Welcome back to another episode of 6 and 6, where we cover 6 stories from around the world in 6 minutes or less. With that said, start your timer. We begin today in Brazil, where their antitrust agency, the CADE, or CADE, launched an investigation into Meta Platforms regarding its WhatsApp business tool, examining potential anti-competitive practices. The probe focuses on whether the tool provides Meta with an unfair competitive advantage in the messaging service market. This investigation reflects growing global scrutiny of large tech companies and their market dominance strategies. From Reuters, quote, the probe by Cade underscores the global regulatory climate, increasingly focused on tech giants and their business operations, particularly those that possess wide-reaching influence across various sectors. Cade's focus will be on whether this tool, coupled with Meta's substantial market power, could distort Brazil's messaging service landscape, end quote. Next, we travel across the Atlantic to Morocco, who is pursuing an ambitious strategy to leverage artificial intelligence for economic transformation, aiming to contribute $10 billion to its GDP by 2030. The country plans to develop a robust technology ecosystem by prioritizing digital literacy, educational reforms, and collaboration with international tech companies. This initiative is designed to enhance productivity, create new economic opportunities, and position Morocco as a competitive player in the digital economy. From Reuters, quote, by prioritizing human capital development and integrating AI skills into educational curriculums, Morocco seeks to prepare a workforce equipped for emerging digital economies. Our strategy extends to strategic collaborations and research partnerships that will keep us at the forefront of technological advancements, end quote. Next, back across the Atlantic, the Cuban president Miguel Diaz-Canel declared that no current negotiations are underway with the United States, maintaining that any dialogue must be initiated by the U.S. with conditions of equality and respect. While Cuba remains open to dialogues, the country emphasizes its commitment to sovereignty and seeks the lifting of economic sanctions. The statement reflects the ongoing complex diplomatic tensions between the two nations. From Reuters, quote, our position remains the same. We are open to dialogue under conditions of equality and respect. However, we find ourselves at a point where the initiative must come from them. The current reality goes beyond just symbolic gestures. What we need is for both countries to sit down and discuss matters with mutual respect, recognizing each other's sovereignty, end quote. Next, we travel to Myanmar and a different body judging the country. Quote, the International Court of Justice has scheduled public hearings for a genocide case against Myanmar brought by Gambia concerning the alleged systematic prosecution of the Rohingya ethnic group in 2017. The case represents a significant legal challenge to Myanmar's military operations, with hearings set for mid-2026. This international legal proceeding aims to address severe human rights violations and potentially establish accountability for atrocities committed against the Rhodesian people. From Reuters, quote, the genocide case against Myanmar represents one of the most high-profile instances where an entire state has been accused of horrifying abuses against a particular ethnic group in recent history, end quote. Next, we go to Australia, where a writers' festival has sparked controversy by excluding a Palestinian author whose work critically examines the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. The decision has drawn significant criticism from literary communities who argue that the exclusion undermines artistic freedom and open dialogue. Festival organizers defend their choice by claiming a need to maintain a neutral platform. From Reuters, quote, artistic freedom and the opportunity to engage with challenging ideas are central to the function of any literary festival. To exclude voices solely based on perceived controversy undermines the essence of artistic expression, a novelist who attended the festival said. And finally, we end today in Spain, where Spanish law enforcement executed a massive drug bust, seizing a record 10 tons of cocaine hidden within a salt shipment from South America. The operation presents one of the largest drug seizures in Spain's history. From Reuters, quote, this operation underscores the extensive and sophisticated nature of international drug trafficking networks that attempt to exploit legal trade routes for illicit purposes. The seizure, a record breaking 10 tons of cocaine, highlights the persistent challenge faced by law enforcement agencies in curbing the influence and reach of drug cartels, end quote. And if you want to read any of today's articles, you can find all the links in the description below. Like and subscribe button. Also down there, you can find the podcast on Spotify, Pocket Cast, Podfind, as well as the Twitter handle at Your Daily Flip, where I post links to the episodes every Tuesday and Thursday, and then the normal podcast that comes out on Monday, Wednesday, or Friday. With all that said, there's only one more thing to say. Stay safe. Don't die.